Thinking about youth and young people, why do some young people become homeless?
Yeah, the causes and conditions of youth homelessness are different. I mean, the fundamental difference is most young people become homeless without having been in charge of their own housing. Right? Young people are in the care of adults generally. And so the research on why young people become homeless is fairly consistent. We start with the idea that it will be different for different young people, but the main issue is family conflict. In our research, over 90% will name that as a main reason. About two-thirds experience physical, sexual, and emotional abuse. Um, our research shows that this is a stat that blows me away, that 40% of all currently homeless young people had their first experience before they were 16. And and that group, the characteristics of that group are different than those who experience it at 16 or older. They're more likely to have adverse childhood experiences, more likely to have a history of housing instability, more likely to be bullied in school. There's a whole range of things that character. To answer the question, why do young people become homeless? Uh, I would have to say, as adults, it's because as a society we let them and we tolerate it. You could very easily put in place supports to help young people and their families, right? Because if family conflicts at the center of things, there's help on both sides that's needed that would identify young people and help young people identify the supports they need. And if we did that, we would have much better outcomes. There's no reason that a young person, a 15, 16, 17-year-old should have to experience homelessness and also have to navigate their way out of it. Like, we don't put that burden on housed youth to like deal with everything, right? We give young people the time to grow up into adulthood. We give them the supports. We allow them to test out and make mistakes. We don't I certainly don't think it's good parenting strategy to tell your 16-year-old you have 1 year of housing left and then you're on your own. You know, it's a different world today. Young people stay at home longer. It's harder to get decent paying jobs, and the cost of housing is so high. And so, why would we let young people who have had a difficult and challenging experience at home get mired in homelessness? It's a horrible statement about our society that we allow youth homelessness to happen.